All right, what is going on, gang? So today I did not plan on making a comms video, but here we are. Roll that intro.
Welcome to the PNW Gorilla channel. We keep getting copyright struck for our intro music. Wow, look at this nighttime stuff. Now we're looking over a cliff and there's an Og look in the distance shooting a Barrett 50 cal. Oh wow, drone footage looks so cool. So excited for the video.
I'm going to teach you the trick to comms. This is the secret. There is nothing on this planet, fifth generational warfare, there is not a single trick that is going to make you more lethal than what I am about to tell you. So, the best comms equipment, the best radio that you can possibly have, the number one solution for you not getting tracked and killed with a radio is no radio. So I know that a lot of people are going to freak out. A lot of people are about to lose their minds. The comms community is about to just... What? The best solution for not getting tracked with a radio, the number one most lethal asset that you can possibly have is a plan. Is a plan A, is a plan B, a plan C, is actually communicating in person with other people. There is no better solution than just having backup plans and not relying on radios. Now, I understand and I know that there are so many assets when it comes to radios. There is so much benefit of being able to be, hey you, this is me, we're going to grid whatever, or we're going to LZ goth titties, and the other person on the other side of that comms knows what that means. They're like, oh cool, they're at AO goth titties. That's where we need to go now. Yes, comms and having a radio is an awesome benefit, and it's been a benefit for hundreds of years now of every single step that we've made in communications technology and encryptions and, you know, all these fancy key codes, and you have to log in the password, and oh no, don't Z out your radio, and oh, but what if the enemy gets a hold of my radio, then they have all of my freaks. Well, you know what solves that problem? Not having a radio. Now, once again, I'm going to state that I understand fully, 100% do I understand fully how much of a benefit having a radio is and the asset that a radio can be. Because having comms, having a running talk, having comms windows, being able to communicate via ham network, and I can talk to somebody on the other side of the planet, or maybe having, you know, ATAC, and now I have my own little encrypted network, and I have my own repeaters that I am using, I control, but no matter what, if you are using technology, there is nothing in this existence that is going to 100% guarantee that someone out there cannot track that. The more you have encryptions, the fancier technology you have, the more that you're telling other people how important of information that you're trying to hide. And you are making yourself a bigger target. And that's all that you're doing. For anyone that has the technology, for anyone that has the infrastructure, for anyone that has more money and more assets than your poor guerrilla fighter ass. Okay, if you are running a Baofeng radio, if you're running a radio that is under a couple $100, people out there have infinitely more infrastructure than you do. They have infinitely more money than you do. And no matter what fancy little radio gadget that you got from Chinaland, whatever you think that is an awesome, fantastic radio. Oh my God, I bought this radio and it was only $20. Well, you think that can't be fucking tracked? Well, you think your little encryption code is gonna mean anything? Shit hits the fan, right? Are you really planning on using radio shit hits the fan? Because I'm fucking not. The first thing that happens if shit hits the fan, if the power goes out, I'm turning off all of my radios, I'm turning off my cell phone, I'm turning off my GPS, I'm turning off or destroying anything that can be tracked by someone else that has more power and more money than I do. Because all that is, if I have a cell phone that is on and active, it is still going to be pingable. I know that pingable is a weird fucking thing to say, but you can still ping that radio if you have, or radio, you can still ping that cell phone. People can track technology. If you have technology, people with more money and more power than you can track said technology. I don't know what fallacy that we're living in, or if we've been playing too much video games, or we've had too much media and too many movies and too much cool spy stuff. But if you have technology that's sending a signal and receiving a signal, or just sending a signal, that can be tracked. Yes, I understand there are so many different ways that you could try to prevent this, that you could try to make it so it's harder to track you, it's harder to find you. The point is, you still can be tracked. No matter what piece of technology that you have, you can still be tracked. And they track you, they find you, and then they do unspeakable things to you. Okay, hopefully you have the security that you can fight off, some sort of aggressor. But what happens when this security team, oh, look at this, it's a year past shit hits the fan, it's 6 months past shit hits the fan. There's a lot of radio frequency and there's a lot of technology being used in, AO this with grid this. Let's go check this out. Okay, if you guys are using technology post shit hits the fan, right? So let's say the grid goes down, okay, and you have generators, you have solar panels, you have tech, all right? That can be tracked. That is a potential liability. And that's something that you guys really need to start thinking about. So when you are training, when you're out in the mountains, when you're in the desert, when you're in the swamps, wherever your area of operations is, I want you guys to be thinking about, is this radio an asset to me? Or is this a liability? I want you guys to start outweighing the pros and the cons, okay? Do you have a commo guy on your team? Is he consistently studying comms equipment? Or are you just reading forums and you bought a Baofeng and you put it on a shelf and you hope that that's rock solid and now I'm ready to rock and roll for the apocalypse, for the end of the world, right? I have my Baofeng. Okay, cool. Are you an asset or are you a liability? Do you know how to use that radio? Do you know how to program that radio? Do you know how to zero out that radio if you need to? There are a lot of things when it comes to owning a radio, when it comes to owning technology, when it comes to using technology post shit hits the fan, that people are not thinking about. All right, so there is, and we could rant about this and rant about this and rant about this and rant about this. And I'm not trying to tell you guys don't go buy a radio. I'm not trying to tell you don't train with radios and get radio training and understand comms equipment, because it can be a huge asset. What I'm trying to convey here is that the best radio to not be tracked is no radio at all. And that more than likely, you are not going to hear me on any kind of comms or communications or network or what have you, dependent on the severity of shit hits the fan, right? If America is to be invaded by an outside force, by an outside military, by its own government, what have you, if America is occupied, and not in Minecraft, I'm talking for real, if America is ever to be occupied, the only way that that's going to be able to happen is the fact that that whoever is occupying America has money, they have power, they have technology, and they more than likely know how to use it, and maybe a fifth thing that I can't think of right now. But if you can, start to, push yourself into the United States, you more than likely have some sort of infrastructure. And so, being on a network, the network, what have you. I'm just trying to let you guys know, I'm just trying to convey that this is a threat that you guys need to take, seriously. So, start to sit down with people in your local community and just, start playing out the pros and cons. And okay, if we're going to use a radio, we're only going to use these time hacks at this specific time. So we are only on the network for a very short amount of time. Maybe we're only using radios if we are moving. So that way, if your location gets pinged, you're moving, and then maybe you're moving in one direction, your location gets pinged. Okay, cool, they know that you're here, but you were already moving, so you started moving south instead of north, and so a location got pinged for somewhere that you're not even at anymore. There's just a lot of things that you guys need to start taking into consideration that I haven't really seen talked about much as far as like comms go. And once again, I really, really want to state this, that I am no expert when it comes to comms. I'm no expert when it comes to radios or any of this. I don't teach anything with radios. I am not the guy to come to for radios at all. I have a radio guy that is experienced with radios. He puts in all the freaks and hands me a radio, and I know what button to press. Yes, I have experience using comms in the United States military-industrial complex, but by no means am I a commo guy. All I am trying to approach this as logically as I possibly can. And if you guys have anything that you would like to add into the comment section, by all means, please, throw that in the commo section. Throw that in the comment section. I'm not trying to start some war, some drama. I know that every single time that anyone talks about comms at all, it starts this huge commo freak out, and the comms community is a wild place. If you guys have anything that you'd like to add on to this, if you have anything that you'd like to tell me, add into this topic, what have you, by all means, let me know. Let me know what your thought on this is. Are comms an asset or a liability to you? What have you chose to do? If you're training with guys in your local community, are you training with comms and without comms? Do you know how to use them and how not to use them? Have you become completely reliant on radios? So it can go either way. I'm just trying to, get you guys' heads, turning. I want them wheels fucking moving, right? I want you guys thinking. That is one of the huge points of my YouTube channel, the points of my social media, right, is that I want to see you guys improving. I want to see you guys thinking. Even if you don't think like me, at least think. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you guys like what I'm doing, if you like the channel, if you like me, what have you. Once again, I have a website, I have a Patreon. Hit up the Telegram, hit me up on Twitter, follow me in all the spaces. All of my links are going to be in the description. Appreciate you guys once again, and you know what? Just get out there and train. Get out in the rain and go suffer. Get some cold hands. Go out and be uncomfortable for a little bit. But anyway, appreciate you guys once again. Rifle and Mountain, ape together strong, and roll that outro. What's going on, guys? If you were not tracking, I have been hosting open training events since 2019 with no plans on stopping. If you guys want to come out, train with me, train with the guys that I train with, we are hosting multiple training events coming up soon, gearing up towards our 2024 evals. If you guys want to come out, better yourselves, test your skills, come on out. It is 100% free. Link in the description. Appreciate you guys.